Hello, sweet souls. How are you? How are you feeling? How are you doing? How are things going? How are things arriving into your life? I am feeling good and excited to come in with a new transmission. And this is one that has unfolded over a few days. And it's really simple and also not so simple as some of my transmissions are. Not that they're not simple, they're super simple. It's just like sometimes we're hearing these words put together in a new way for the first time. And so we have to really listen, right? And allow it to soak into the body, soak into the soul, and see what is true for us. Today's message is you are the magic. And I just love saying that out loud. I really just feel so good saying that out loud. It is a message that's come to me over many, many years. So much so that I named my business We Are Magic. And I'm going to get into detail because there was great detail offered to me by my spirit guides and the ancestors. But first, hi, I'm Maggie. I'm a storyteller and a ritualist and an author and a writer, and I help people hear their soul. When I say soul, I mean the calm and all-knowing wisdom and language that surfaces from within when you get quiet and listen. Sometimes you hear it really readily, and sometimes you need some spaciousness to hear it. And I have a practice that I launched a few weeks ago here on the channel where you can hear your soul's voice right now. I take you through about a 15-minute practice if you're interested. Okay, well, the main message is you are the magic, of course, but it doesn't mean what you think it means. So, what I'm hearing, and I have several different messages that have come in, and I actually pulled a few cards to be able to correspond with my spirit guides about the message because I was hearing it in a new way too. The message is that the magic is arriving, it comes to you, it comes alive in you as you settle into the sweetness of your life in whatever way feels good to you, whatever that means to you, right? As well as feeling it in the sweetness of your life, in noticing the sweetness of your life. You can notice it in relationships, in the sweet interactions in some of your relationships, as well as in the sweetness in the passing of time. And that, I think, is really important because when I say relationships, yes, I mean your relationships with your family, with your friends, with your partner, of course. And also, I mean in your relationship with you. That is the most important relationship that you will have in this lifetime, and if you believe, in all lifetimes. So when you're able to notice and recognize all the versions of you that have emerged through your shifts, through your growth, through your transformation, that is where the sweetness lives. And I mean your past self, your present self, your future self, because all of them are here at once. They're all alive at once, right? And it's your present self that's able to notice the sweetness from the past and the sweetness in the future. What's to come, what's arriving in this moment. So essentially what I'm here to share is like a love letter from the universe about your becoming. And what the universe, what source, what the ancestors wish to say to you is you are the magic. You are the magic. I know that there are moments when you think other people are the magic. I know there are moments when you think other people possess something that you do not. I know that you perhaps think your partner is the magic and you are just receiving. right? But you are the magic. You have always been the magic, and you will always be the magic. Now, there are some cards that came up, and I want to explain them to you as I received them. And if you work with tarot cards or oracle cards, you might understand this message a little bit, right? So typically when I think of magic, I kind of think of synchronicities and the unfolding of life and how life meets us when we are right here in the present moment in the soul. And yet the first card that came up was the Three of Cups. And that's like a foundational card from Spirit saying, your magic is noticed and amplified in connection when you are relating to other people. And again, it's not just about others, it's about your relationship with yourself. When I talk about hearing your soul, listening to your soul and following its guidance, that is all about cultivating a relationship with yourself, your past self, your present self, your future self, your higher self. And I personally know that some people separate the soul and the higher self. I consider them one, especially if you are regulated enough, safe enough, deconditioned enough to embody your soul and its wisdom. So this card feels like a celebration of your timeline, of what's happening right now in your present, while you're also recognizing how each phase has contributed to the present moment. So I love seeing the Three of Cups. And if this is a message for you, the Three of Cups card that I have has a pearl on it, and it's absolutely beautiful. The next card I received for this message was the Chariot. And I think some of us look at that card as the card of moving forward, the card of moving toward destiny of some kind. I think I see it as conscious direction, like really intentional forward movement. You're not just transforming, you're actually steering your transformation when you listen to your soul. There's a sense of, I know where I'm going and I have the power to get there. The reins are actually in your hands, right? The magic that you are is right here. You're in control of it. It really comes to you as you settle into your soul, as you just settle into what your body wants to tell you. The next card for me is like the epitome of sweetness. It's the Six of Cups. And it's a beautiful card in the context of you being the magic. It's about like nostalgic sweetness, but also it offers like the gift of perspective. So you, present you, are cultivating your magic when you look back with gratitude rather than with longing, right? When you see how everything has led to this moment of recognition that you are the magic, I am the magic, right? And when you embody the energy of everything I need is right here, right now, right here, right? Right here. So the Six of Cups is just a sweet card for me, because I think my past self used to look back with longing, with, I wish it was still that way. But as I've embodied more of my soul, I understand why things unfolded as they did. And I'm just in love with my life right now. And then the last card that I received, we're talking a lot about cups, was Strength. And that's like the card of gentle power. Like I hope that when we are in this space together, you receive the energy of gentleness, but power too, right? Especially when we're in the soul. The Strength card is saying that your magic, it isn't about force or hustle or exerting so much effort. It isn't about proving anything. It's about quiet confidence. Quiet confidence. That's how I see the magic. It comes from knowing who you are. It comes from settling into your soul, embodying its wisdom, right? It's soft. It's unshakable. It's inner knowing. It's a soft force that moves mountains, that makes magic through love and not force. So that's the message that I wanted to share with you today. You are the magic. It's you, it's no one else. And I can feel your aliveness in this moment. Like I can feel you filling up in your high heart with love. That is the magic. Feeling love as often as possible through pain, through chaos, through hurt, right? We allow all those feelings. In fact, the more love you feel for yourself, the more you allow all of that, all of those feelings to just be, right? And then you kind of step into the magic. And the magic arrives in lots of ways, in big ways, in little ways, in the people that meet you, in the opportunities that meet you. So this message feels like a celebration of how far you've come. You know, you have been steering consciously toward what calls to you. And I'm not saying it's been perfect, right? I can feel that all of us, right, have moments where we take a few steps forward and then something distracts us over here and we go over here, or something distracts us over here and we go over there, right? But then we get back. We get back to the magic. We get back to cultivating the love within us that calls forth the magic. And it cultivates this full embodiment within you such that you trust yourself. You trust yourself implicitly. That's what we're here for. We're not here to listen to all the forces outside of us. You're not here to ask questions of everybody else about what you should do. You are asking yourself what you should do. You are listening to the whispers within you, right? You are being held by the ancestors, the distant ancestors, right? The ones that are far, far, far back. Their hands are on your back. And that helps you. They infuse you with magic too. So that's the message. I heard the call to come in. It's very interesting to be talking about that now. You know, I'm deep heads down in writing mode. And all of a sudden, through the writing I was doing this week, a little message popped up and said, hey, remember, you are the magic. Tell everyone they are the magic too. So I hope this message finds you in a good moment, meaning in an aligning moment, such that it supports you, such that you feel the weight of my words, the weight of the transmission, the love that I have for you, the love that I know you have for yourself. And if you're thinking right now, I don't love myself, you do. Your soul loves you. No matter what, you could not do anything wrong according to your soul. And we allow mistakes, we allow things to shift. But when you call your soul forward, it always loves you. And that love can emanate from you too. It can just like flow outside of you such that you realize you are the magic. I think that feels like all for this moment. I hope this message serves you. And I'm going to be back with another message very, very soon. If you like these videos, I invite you to subscribe, to like, to leave a comment. I worship at the altar every morning, literally working with the ancestors, the guides, the spirit of cacao, and your comment. With your comment, I will definitely be thinking of you in ritual. Okay, that's it for now. I hope you're well, and I'll talk to you again very, very soon.